What's going on, y'all? Bobby Cowan, Yes Leasing, coming to you live and direct. Well, not so live, but direct from my home office in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. I wanted to touch base with everybody and go into our private party sale program in a little more detail. I know I'd mentioned it in a previous video, but didn't really get into it too much, right? So we've funded a few private party sales now. So I wanted to get into the details so that you kind of knew what to expect up front so you can be better prepared. First and foremost, yellow iron type of equipment only. We will do some of the titled stuff like work trucks, vac trucks, bucket trucks, and chippers. We are going to require an inspection on every piece of equipment. Number one, we want to make sure it's operational and it does what it's supposed to do. Number two, we want to make sure that the selling price is within the fair market value range. There are going to be situations where we require a more in-depth inspection where we actually have somebody go out there to physically inspect the equipment. But that's on a case-by-case basis, and usually that'll be reserved for older pieces of equipment that have a lot of hours on them or a lot of miles. For the most part, the inspection is going to be a virtual inspection that can be done via a smartphone, so it's really easy, really easy. So it shouldn't inconvenience the seller too much. One other thing that we got to make sure is that the seller actually owns the equipment outright with no judgments or liens on it. So make sure when you talk to the seller that you clarify that they don't have any judgments or liens on the equipment. There are going to be situations where is going to be a little unique, and we'll take those on a case by case basis. But a good question to ask your seller or ask the seller is, are there any liens or judgments on the equipment? They have to own it outright. They also need to provide proof of ownership. Now, for non-titled equipment, that could be something as simple as the original invoice. For titled equipment, the title usually works pretty well. And then also the one challenge that we've run into that we've actually kind of worked out some special things for is the installation of the GPS unit. Obviously, with private party sales, the seller is not always capable or able to install the GPS unit on the equipment before delivery. So what we can do is we can actually send the GPS unit out to the seller, schedule somebody by just to go ahead and install the GPS unit on the equipment before the customer takes delivery of the equipment. Now, there are going to be situations where even that is a little bit of an issue. And in those cases, we have a solution for that as well. So if that's a problem, let me know up front. We can work it out. Yes Leasing. We're about getting deals done and finding ways to make things happen, not finding ways to get deals declined. Okay. So with that being said, that's all I've got on the private party sale program. If you have questions, please reach out to me. You can email me at bobby@yesleasing.com, and that's BOBBY@yesleasing.com, or you can reach out to me via the phone, 678-478-0152. In any regard, I hope you guys have a great, successful week, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Fund on.